Hi, I'm Kimmy. Today I want to share with you a technique called EFT. It stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. EFT is a tapping technique. It's similar to acupuncture, except for we're not using needles. We're tapping with our fingertips on the upper body meridian points, all the while focusing in on what our particular issue is, what our goal is that we want to achieve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example today, and you're going to follow my lead. And I'm going to use the issue of fear as what I want to address. And you can replace that with whatever issue you're having or whatever goal you wish to achieve, whether it be to lose weight, stop smoking, eliminate stress, whatever it may be, or even if it's fear. And so what we're going to do is we're going to rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the most intense. We're rating the emotional intensity that we have about the issue. And once you give it a number from 0 to 10, then our goal is to get it from whatever number you're at down to 0. And the important thing to note about EFT is that there's a certain sequence that we do when you first start out, but when you become more familiar, more comfortable with doing this sequence, then it's basically just going off your intuition. Whatever thoughts pop up, just go with the flow. And you'll see an example of this today. So we're going to go ahead and start out with tapping on those certain points. I'm going to do it once so that you can see the different points that you're going to be tapping on. The first spot is called the karate chop point, which is right on the side of your hand right there. And it doesn't matter which side you use. So we're just going to go ahead and tap just like that. That's the karate chop point. And the next point would be right on the very top of your head, right here on the corner of your eyebrow, on the side of your eye, on that bone, right underneath your eye, underneath your nose, in between your lip and your chin, your collarbone, about a ½ inch over from the little U-shaped area, and then the last place is under the arm. Okay, those are the places that we're going to tap on. And so I'm going to say a few sentences and then you'll repeat me as we go along, replacing fear with whatever issue you have, unless it's fear. Now, it's also important to note that this can look kind of comical, but if it's something that works, then why not give it a try? So just see what you think. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start out. I'm going to give this fear issue an 8 on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the most intense. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start out. Even though I have this 8 fear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this 8 fear, I deeply love myself. Even though I have this 8 fear, I accept myself just as I am. This 8 fear, this 8 fear, this fear, this no good fear, 8 fear, this fear, this 8 fear, this fear. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take a nice deep breath in and release. Now, whatever number that you had for yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, re-rate it now. Is it still at the same number? I know that mine has gone down to at least a 6. And you'll start to notice that you'll start sighing more as you keep doing this sequence. It's a very relaxing type technique. It can really help you to just calm down. The main thing is it's helping you to become more aware of where your thoughts are at. And that's the very first step in creating any kind of permanent change in your life, becoming self-aware. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do another round. And this time it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to say the same words. And like I say, as you keep going, you just kind of, whatever thoughts come up, you go with the flow. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take this in general. Even though I still have this fear, at least I know that it's gone from an 8 down to a 6. So even though this silly tapping technique may look funny, truth is, something must be working, or I wouldn't have gone down 2 points. So I guess I'll go ahead and give it some more time to see what happens. I'd really like to eliminate this fear issue. I'd like to get to the bottom of it and see what it is that's creating all this havoc in my mind and body. So for now, I accept myself just as I am, even with the fear. Okay, so now take a nice deep breath in again and release. And then you would go ahead and re-rate where you're at on that intensity scale. And I can tell that mine went from probably a 6 down to about a 3. I'm much more calm about it. So now you get the gist of how this EFT works. And when you use it in conjunction with clinical hypnosis, it's even more powerful. That will be in another video. So go ahead and give it a try. Try it on anything, even physical issues like pain, and see what comes up. And just go with the flow. Don't worry about the wording so much. Just start tapping. And I'm so glad you joined me to watch this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, to give me a comment on my blog, lifebalanceblog.com. And I'm